Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I apologize for my hat being in the way. I slouch over a lot when I'm drawing because my desk is not at a 45-degree angle. Therefore, my hat was in the way. So for the rest of the filming of this video, I tried not to wear my hat except for this shot and one other. Here on the arm, I did very well. And on the right side, I like it because it looks like lightning with the white and blue. The color on the fingers is very well. Though the hand is kind of weird, just the way the reference photo was, and how the thumb covers the index finger. On the left arm, it is brighter just because of the lighting. You can see here. And the cuffs are like a leathery material. And then moved on to the gloves, which actually went by very quick. And it kind of just went into the hands, so it was really convenient. The fingers were probably the hardest part about doing that. Here, my camera was doing a time-lapse photo instead of a time-lapse video, and that's why it jumps to the middle of me doing the legs, because that's when I noticed that it wasn't actually taking a video. Here I was doing the collar on the shirt that kind of pokes up above the shield, as you can see here. After that I moved on to the head, and this is kind of the part that I was worried about, because this is what everybody would be looking at right after the shield. So with the helmet I did phenomenal, and even the straps down at the bottom. Then I started on the face. I did the eye. The eye socket at first was a bit too big, so I made it smaller. I then moved on to doing the straps. The straps turned out very well with the shading and everything. I then went on to the ear. The ear was good, though the skin was not as pigmented as I wanted, as it was with the entire face. All of the skin was too dull, and I cannot fix it because all of the pencil caked together and I couldn't add any more pencil onto the face. Here, the face was a bit of a struggle, especially doing the outline at first, and even here I redrew the outline to make the lips smaller. Here I touched up the face, and then I went on to drawing the boots. I started with the actual boots, so as to not confuse the boots with the straps. So here, it's mostly black and white, but there is some blue in there. So I did that, and then I added the shadows to make it look more realistic. I then went on to doing the straps. It was pretty fun and quite simple, actually. Drawings that I do, people ask me all the time, like, how do you sit there for so long, or isn't it difficult? To me, it's not difficult at all. It just kind of happens. I see the photo and I just draw it. So then I started on the shield, which I saved last because it would be kind of the main attraction of the video, and I wanted to spend kind of more time on it. So I started with a light shade here, and then went and did the shadows. After I finished the whole blue layer of the shield, I touched up the face a bit more and went into doing the first red ring. So I laid down a layer of white and colored it all in. Then I put a shade of red over it, kind of give it its color, and then I went in and put the shadows. The shadows on this are what took the longest after the white layer. Then I added the highlights and moved on to the white layer. The white layer was pretty simple, though I did have to put more thickness on the first white layer. Went on to doing the shadows, and that was pretty easy. As you can see here, I'm making the white more opaque. Then I added some yellow because that is what the reference photo called for. And then did the final layer of the shield, being extra careful not to go out of the lines with my circle. And so to not use all of my white pencil that is very, very much depleted, I left room for where the main shadows will be. Then added the red and the shadows. This layer was probably the easiest after the blue ring. After the shadows, I started adding the highlights, and by this time it was basically finished. This is the reference photo if anybody was wondering. I made this drawing for my good friend Praise that lives quite a ways north from me. Also, I am selling drawings while I'm in the United States from September to January. I currently have 5 slots open, but that is subject to change. I specialize in sci-fi characters, though I can do other things. It doesn't matter where in the United States you live, I can mail it to you. The prices will vary. I will be charging around $30 for a drawing without a frame, and with a frame completely depends. My favorite paper sizes are A2 or A3, though I can do smaller. This paper that I used for this drawing was A2 paper. It is 14 inches by 11 inches. Or the other way around, 11 by 14, who cares? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love making this content, and I just have fun in the process. See you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.